Alright fellas, here we are back in Pokemon Masters, and today we're going to be looking at Holiday Sycamore and Gogoat, the literal most GOAT release of the year. Yes, alright, so finally we're getting an actual Sycamore alt. You would have expected that he would have got it for like the Kalos arc or something, being one of the more popular Kalos characters, but no, we got Annabelle, who wasn't even a part of Kalos. Whatever. Sure. Anyway, so Sycamore here is definitely a interesting sneak pair, to say the least, and I'm going to preface this by saying, if you plan on going for a top score in the high score event, which I don't know why you'd be watching this video if you are, but I'm talking like top 100, you're going to want to pick up this guy. You are definitely going to want to pick up this guy for that, because he is going to carry whatever team you put him on, just due to his abilities. But if you aren't planning to go super deep on the high score event, he's going to help, obviously. Like, if you do still plan to go for like 180k points for the rewards, or whatever point requirement is for master rank, then he's going to help you, of course. But he's probably not going to be too required, because grass is already a pretty strong type as it is, and characters like Adamant could potentially carry you and all of that, but still. Anyway, let's look at his abilities here and see just why he is so interesting. So looking at his stats, he's got 269 defense, 299 special defense, 695 health. Bulk stats, they're fine. They're not bad, definitely for sure. They're fine. Just straight up, they're fine. Attack stats aren't anything crazy, but he does have the physical strike EX roll, and he's a support character, so the attack can go up a lot, or at least quite a bit. You know, you can get up to about 300 attack, which isn't going to do anything, but it's fine. And he's got 225 speed, which is quite low. I'm pretty sure Gogoat has relatively okay speed, so I don't know why it's this slow, but it's not, it's whatever. So bulk is really all he's looking for, and he has bulk, so it's not a big problem. Looking at his moves here, he's got Razor Leaf and Potions. So Razor Leaf is only good for one of his passives here, and he's got Potions for healing. He's got Let's All Have a Battle, which raises the defenses of all allies by 4 and raises the speed of all allies by 2, mitigating that little bit of low speed issue by giving allies speed. And he's got Dire Hit All Plus to max allies crit, which is definitely nice. So he's able to buff defenses to +4, speed to +2, and max crit, as well as provide healing, which is nice. And then his passive skills, he's got Grass type Research Results, lowering target Grass rebuff by 1 the first time the user's attack move is successful each battle, and raises the Grass rebuff of all allies by 1 rank the first time the user's attack move is successful each battle. So he's lowering enemy Grass rebuff, meaning all your Grass allies are going to do more damage. That's one of the big reasons why he's going to be good for the high score event. But it also increases your Grass rebuff, meaning if you are hit by Grass moves, your allies are hit by Grass moves, they're going to be taking significantly less damage. It's pretty much the equivalent of having Grass Guard. Maybe the multiplier is different or the reduction is different, but you can summarize it into something like that, right, to where you've got Grass Guard. It's pretty damn good. So you're able to take a lot less grass damage, and again, another reason why it's good for the Grass high score event. He's got hit HP recovery 9, restoring his HP when an attack move is successful. Probably not going to be that great of healing, but it is something, so it's not too bad. And group Grass Guard, reducing damage received of all allies when hit by grass moves. So he's got another layer of Grass Guard for himself and allies, meaning you got 2 instances of grass damage reduction, as well as having 1 instance of weakening enemies' grass weakness. So he's definitely going to be very good in that aspect, as well as having a lot of bulk. So not only are you taking a lot less damage from grass, but you also have the bulk from his trainer move, as well as the healing from his potions, as well as him having his own method of HP recovery for himself. So he's pretty good, just straight up at 1 out of 5, and that's it. If we look at the grid, 1 out of 5's got Lith, who cares, but really that's all you need for his base kit, is just the grass damage reduction, grass rebuff, and then his defensive and crit buffing abilities. And speed too, I guess, but that's minimal. So overall, I mean, he's not too bad. He's definitely not too bad of a character, especially give him the EX roll. You should not give this guy the EX roll, but if you want that high attack stat, if you really want 290 attack, you can do it. But really, obviously, most of you, if you do EX him, still going to have pretty good stats across the board, with the defenses especially. And yeah, so that's him at 1 out of 5. I would say he's fine at 1 out of 5. And I also don't think the grid adds too much that makes it any more insane, but it does definitely help out with his grass high score event abilities. Let's look at him at 2 out of 5, shall we? He's got Trainer Move NPR, so you can potentially max out allies' defenses, as well as buff speed to +4 or 6 if you get lucky. Team Sync Regen, applying gradual healing to allies after using his Sync move. Definitely good. Combine that with his hit HP Recovery 9 ability, and he's going to be able to recover a lot of his own HP. Potion Master Healer and Quick Cure. He's got Grass Guard. Yeah, he's got Grass Guard, Razor Leaf Flabbergast, and Gauge Refresh, Grassy Cushion, Turbo Turf, and Dashing Team 5. So, Grass Guard, making him even more resistant to grass moves, and that's not even considering you can give him Grass Guard as a lucky skill, wherever it is, right? Yeah, you can give him Grass Guard here as a lucky skill if you really wanted to. Make him even more immune to grass moves. It's absurd. It's really absurd on how much Grass Guard you can give him. And then, obviously, Flabbergast for Confusion. That's not bad. It depends on what parameters for the Grass High Score event, really, but honestly, this is going to be the most useful ability. Obviously, it can be useful for, like, Uxie or something, but generally, nothing crazy. Dashing Team 5 with a 60% chance of raising all ally speed after the user's attack move is successful. So you've got potentially consistent speed buffing, which is definitely very, very nice as well, considering his lower end speed, as well as only being able to buff it by 2. This is actually a pretty good ability universally. He's got Grassy Cushion 2, reducing damage when hit by a move in grassy terrain. So he's got even more damage reduction here, but of course this does require grassy terrain up, which is going to boost any grass moves. So really, this is going to end up being less overall damage reduction, but it will still enable you to have grassy terrain up with more damage reduction, which is nice. And then Turbo Turf, charging Gauge quickly when in grassy terrain. And that's pretty much all the notable stuff, I would say. I would say that overall, for stuff outside of the Grass High Score event, all you're really going to need, well, not need, but these are probably your most useful abilities. Even the Flabbergast is kind of iffy, but really his probably best node, 2 out of 5 here, is the Dashing Team 5 for more consistent speed buffing. If we go to 3 out of 5, he gets Trainer Move Crit Defense 9, applying the critical hit defense effect to the ally field of play. This is mostly just enabling for you to actually get Grass Guard as the lucky skill, or Adrenaline or whatever, but really Grass Guard for the funny, I would say, because this makes it so you don't have to pick up Vigilance, which is pretty good. And then Endurance here, applying Endurance when entering the battle with full health, definitely not bad, gives you another ability to take a hit. Though really, if you're facing grass enemies, I don't think this guy is going to die. I think he's immortal. He's got potion stuff, of course, as usual. He's got Opening Blockade, applying physical and special damage reduction when the user enters a battle. So even more damage reduction abilities. Triage Tank 9, restoring the user's HP when hit by an attack move for even more HP restoration for himself. Revenge Boost 9 for Gauge Charge when hit by an attacking move. And then Debut Grass Rebuff up 1, raises his Grass Rebuff when entering a battle. So, I think I've pretty much sold you on just how much grass rebuff this guy can impact for himself, allies, and enemies, as well as Grass Guard. This guy's got too damn much in terms of defenses. Like, the problem now is that these abilities are good immensely for his tanking, but are your allies going to be able to keep up? Because if this guy's immortal, that's great. But if your allies aren't immortal, just how well are you going to be able to survive and do damage, right? Sure, obviously, the grass rebuff raise for allies and the group Grass Guard helps that, but the extra Grass Guard for him and the grass rebuff debut for him, it's not going to be able to help you out as much because he's already got bulk stats to take hits, he's already got defenses and whatnot. Your allies are going to be the ones that are less defensive. You want to help out their defensive capability, not so much your own, which is why these abilities, while they're solid for sure, and will definitely help you in actually taking attacks, if your enemies have like AoE moves, and obviously they're sync moves, your allies are still going to take a crap load of damage through the, Grass Guard and whatnot. So these extra abilities here are just going to help him tank, not your allies, which is kind of iffy, which is why I honestly think maybe potion stuff could be more useful, or maybe endurance instead of picking up the Grass Guards, or like Opening Blockade for physical and special damage reduction, critical hit defense shield, that could be good as well. Those type of abilities, or maybe Triage Tank, Revenge Boost to Dashing Team 5, helping out Gauge, and overall helping his own restoration, so you can save your potions for allies instead of maybe having to use them on him, which you probably won't. You'll probably you'll just use them on your allies anyway. You're probably never going to have to use them on Sycamore. I don't know how I don't know how that Grass High Score event's going to go. I don't know if really he's going to be able to actually tank these attacks very well, or how anything's going to go. So I don't know if you're going to want to have to actually pick up all these Grass Guard abilities, or debut grass rebuff stuff. I don't know if what he has already is going to be enough. Maybe, maybe not. But really, for a general use grid, potion stuff is definitely going to be what he kind of wants. Endurance is definitely going to be something very, very nice as well. You can pick it up like this, honestly, and it's probably better. You can pick up Training with NPR, you can pick up Shields, probably Dashing Team 5 is one of your best things to pick up. So you get Endurance, Potions, and Dashing Team 5. Pretty basic grid, but I'd say this is the most universally useful grid. Obviously, depending on what you want to do, other grids could be useful. Like if you're in a solo or a duo for a Legendary Gauntlet, Flabbergast, Trash, Tank 9, those type of things, maybe even Revenge Boost 9, those could be more useful for you. Who knows? But really, I think this may be his best 3 out of 5 grid. Though overall, I would say if you just want to rank pretty high in the high score event without having to, and you want to, keep your investments to a minimum, maybe just pick up 1 copy of this guy. He'll probably be fine because this Group Grass Guard and the Grass Rebuff raise for allies is already going to be very impactful. And of course, just for a general use case, he's got the Grass Rebuff debuff on enemies, so your Grass allies can do more damage, and he's got speed, crit, defenses in terms of his buffing and potions as well. And of course, if you go to 2 out of 5, he can actually buff speed far better. So if you want speed buffer, it may work out for you. Anyway, that's my general overview for Holiday Sycamore and Gogoat. Let me know what you think about them down in the comments below. Definitely a pretty interesting sync pair to say the least. Definitely great for the Grass High Score event, and definitely not bad overall for just general use either, especially like Tapu Bulu. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know if you're going to be summoning for Holiday Sycamore, and good luck on your summons.